What's going on, guys? USA versus Honduras is tomorrow night, and coming off a 2-0 loss to Canada, the USMNT is looking to rebound at home and pick up 3 points against a depleted Honduras squad. The game will kick off tomorrow, Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time from St. Paul, Minnesota, where the kickoff temperature is expected to be only 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, absolutely, how wild is that going to be? Like, that has to be freezing. And honestly, if I were a fan and I had tickets to this game, I would be pissed. I'd be even more pissed watching a team that has literally no game plan in the attack, as we saw against Canada, but that's a different story for later on in the video. We currently sit in second in the octagonal with 5 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses. So we got 18 points. We're 4 behind Canada. We are tied with Mexico for third place, and it is really tight up there, guys, because Panama is 1 point behind us in that 4th spot for the Interconfederation playoff. So if we look up the other matches for tomorrow, we also have Jamaica and Costa Rica. So a favorable result there would be a Jamaica win. USA Honduras, obviously, we got to go for the win. El Salvador, Canada. El Salvador is pretty far low in the table, although not eliminated yet. So El Salvador win would benefit us there. Although what really matters here is this game, Mexico versus Panama. And what we need here, guys, is a Mexican win, because that would make the gap, considering we get a win, us between Panama, 4 points if we win and Panama drops points. So tomorrow, guys, we got to hope Mexico doesn't just absolutely drop the ball against Panama at home. They drew to Costa Rica 0-0, so you never know with them. And for us, our opponents, Honduras, they are coming off a 2-0 loss to El Salvador. So Honduras is rock bottom of CONCACAF now, guys. El Salvador beat them, and I believe Jamaica also beat them. So they have 0 wins. So anything less than 3 points against this team is just a complete embarrassment, and Greg Berhalter needs to be sacked immediately in the morning, guys. And not to mention, it came out in the press just yesterday. I saw on Twitter that the Honduran coach basically threw his players and all his staff and basically the whole federation under the bus by saying that nobody wants to work with him. Nobody has any ambition in the team. I mean, they are already eliminated, but for a coach to come out and say that just says a lot about the state of that locker room. I can't even imagine. That just adds more fuel to the fire if we don't win. That's just even more embarrassing for us. I mean, let's face it, at Honduras, they're playing for pride at this point, and they're eliminated. So a win there would not benefit them in any way, besides embarrassing us. So anything less than a win in this game is a disgrace. Last game, I admit Canada had a good game plan. They played bunker ball. They have a deadly counter, probably the best counter and attack in CONCACAF through Kyle Larin and Jonathan David. But our performance against Canada, basically what we learned from that was that we have no, like I said, the issue for us is breaking down a low block. Canada does great with their low block, with their coach and John Herdman. It's a well-coached team. We simply got out-coached. Berhalter had no answer to any of John Herdman's tactics. We just spammed crosses into the box. They weren't working. They were being picked off the goalkeeper, and we just looked toothless. We were lost out there. We had no second ideas after the first one wasn't working. I knew immediately from when Canada scored this game was over. Because the way we attack when it's 0-0 is like we're winning 5-0. There's no urgency. It's a step slow. No one touches. It just seems like nobody wants the ball. And to go down, it's just no answers. Berhalter is not tactically smart enough to make adjustments when we're losing 1-0. So whenever we go down in a game, it's just a wrap. We have no answer to it. If we don't score first, nothing goes our way. Just the way our attacking philosophy is in Greg Berhalter's style. And let's not forget, He was sacked from a team in the Swedish second division, and the reason why he was sacked was because of a lack of attacking play. And that is just translating all the way 5 years down the road after MLS into the U.S. national team. And it's really sad to see with the amount of talent we have. If this team was well coached, you wouldn't be seeing these results. You wouldn't be seeing 2-0 at Canada. You wouldn't be seeing 1-0 against El Salvador. Give this team the golden generation of U.S. soccer, and it's also the golden generation of Canada. But on paper, we still have more talented players than them. So basically, that tells you this loss is completely down to coaching. When we have the more talented squad, they beat us 2-0. That tells you their coach had the better game plan and they executed it. And tomorrow, Honduras is a team that always plays the low block against us. We saw it in the Nations League semifinals, and it took us a goal in extra time to beat them. So I am extremely worried. If we get an early chance, it is absolutely imperative we put it away. In the first game against Canada, McKennie had that header, and the goalkeeper made an amazing save. But if that goes in, that changes the whole complexity of the game. And the longer Honduras sits back and is allowed to keep that 0-0 draw, the harder it is. We're just making it on ourselves, the more likely we are to draw. So absolute must that we get 3 points. And Greg just needs to learn some things from his last game. I mean, hopefully he gets it this time that we need a striker. Giazzi Zardes is not the answer. He's underperformed time and time again in these qualifiers. We need to stick with one striker and stop changing our forward. And that striker for me is Ricardo Pepi, because as soon as he came in the Canada game, we started playing differently. We started creating chances. He was the only one moving to the ball who seemed like they wanted it, and he was giving it his all. And it was just a different team when he was subbed in, albeit too late. But tomorrow, he needs to be a starter, and he needs to be the starter for the whole future for the U.S. men's national team. Now, as far as the rest of my lineup, Matt Turner is going to start in goal. Chris Richards is out with a bruised foot. So the center back pairing, and we expect to be Walker Zimmerman and Miles Robinson. And then our outside backs, if they have it in the tank, they started the last 2 games, Anthony Robinson and Serginho Dest. You could expect to see like Reggie Cannon start on one of those outside back positions, though. Tyler Adams will miss this game, so expect Kellen Acosta to step in at the 6. I could also see, in terms of the midfield, I could see what I want to see, actually, is Luca De La Torre to get a start and see what he's got. But I think we should start our usual. McKennie needs to be on the field, and Musa. If Musa doesn't start, if one of the 2 8s doesn't start, it would be Musa, in my opinion. We need McKennie on the field. He's our best player. And this is controversial, although maybe not. I'm benching Pulisic this game. He has looked completely lost, and like he is just disinterested in football at this point. I feel bad for him. I hope his career gets back on track. But he's a liability to this team. And we saw it against Canada. He just looked lost. I don't know if it's instructions, confidence. I think it's a mixture of both. But he is a liability to this team. He cannot start on the wing. The wingers need to be Brendan Aronson, and the other one I don't really care. Probably Paul Arriola or Jordan Morris. That's literally all we got. But we also have Tim Weah, who should be our starting winger, although Greg won't. That's why I said Arriola or Jordan Morris. But I hope he has some decency tomorrow and starts Weah after he was just left in the States after he had COVID issues with his vaccine, something. I don't even know how that happened. But he needs to start, although I don't think we're going to get Aronson and Weah on the field. I feel like it's just too much to ask at this point. And yeah, that's my lineup. Like I said, Pepi at striker. So that is my preview for USA versus Honduras tomorrow. Qualifier for this window. If you guys like this video, please subscribe, like, and share this video. And I will see you after the game. Go USA.